For help.
Welcome to J Silver Presents, where we present the best in esports from your favorite players. I'm joined by Josedeodo after their win versus Sentinels. A pretty entertaining game. Also, congratulations. I'm not sure if you heard, you were the player of the week this week.
Oh, huge! I didn't know. I was surrounded by interviews today. So.
Oh boy. I know you were interviewed by Emily, but they just announced it like a few minutes ago. So I was like, hey, I guess I'm glad I'm the first one to tell you that. Thanks for speaking with me this week. Walk me through that game a little bit. It looked like a very fun game from your perspective. All of the above.
I mean, I think game one was like very natural game for us. I think we did a really good job. I think second game was like too chaotic. I felt like we were dying to every single play they were doing, and most of it I think happened because game one we like hit them too fast. So the second game started too well, and we were like too confident to like it's fine. We die one time. It's fine. We die one time. Oh, we die again. We die again. And it was like we died 8 times. So then we came back and then we draw again. So it was like a bit of a chaotic game. I think we gave them too many windows to win basically. And game 3, I think we did some mistakes, but I don't think they were like crucial mistakes. I think some of them were like more normal to happen, which I don't think they were game losing or anything. So for me, it's like overall a good game. I think game 1 was the best we could do. I think game 2 is what's been happening to us in scrims, that we disrespect the enemy too much, and we are getting punished recently. I think we also know that enemies are also getting better at punishing us. So we just gotta be more aware of it. Every team, like even we scrim any team and they all punish us. So it's not like a Sentinels thing that will happen today. So I think it's important for us that we work on that these weekends. So.
You guys are undefeated still. You guys are 4-0. I believe Cloud9 is the only other undefeated team to be undefeated. What's it like to be, even in these tough games, to still be at the top halfway through the split?
I don't know. Honestly, I think all the work we do outside of the stage is what makes us good. I don't think we're first because we got lucky or we are winning games because we are lucky. I think what we work over the off-season and after we lost is what makes us better for this split. And I do believe we still have like a big margin to grow if we keep working on the little mistakes, the small details, so like what we should do the next time we have this scenario, or how can we play this scenario better, So yeah, I think of course there is a lot of room for improvement, and I think we should keep working. But I don't know. It feels great, but I also think it's all about like how we work as a team and how we enjoy. I myself, I will say how I enjoy like the process. It's more important for me. I think working every day with these guys and learning all that I'm learning is like very fun and very entertaining for me. So yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy, and not get upset by the silly mistakes. I think it's important. So.
I want to ask about your player growth and trajectory. I remember, I think the first time I interviewed you was 2021 after I believe you were on Rainbow 7 and you made the incredible Worlds run that you guys did at the time. It's been a few years since that. And here you are at the top of your form. There are analysts who are considering you a potential front runner for the MVP. How does it feel to be, from the first moment people got to know you in 2020 to now, where your career is still growing and now you're getting even more prominence in the league and just in League of Legends in general?
I mean, I think overall it's like a lot of growth as a person more than anything. I think first time I was in NA, I was very nervous to mess it up because I didn't want to ruin the opportunity. And nowadays I'm like way different. I think like nowadays I try to enjoy what we have and what I do every day, and I try to do every day better. So when I used to play the game in FlyQuest, I was very nervous that I would mess it up, and I think A lot of that you could tell by how I was playing that I didn't take many risks, and now it's like, it looks like I don't care, and it's the reality is I generally don't care if things go wrong or things go well. I do what I think is correct, and overall it's been working. I think my play with core is very good, and I trust what we know and what we practice every day to keep pulling it off, every day. So I will say overall it's like a lot of changes, but more towards like a better person than anything else. I think before too, I was also very shy on like saying people mistakes, or I will get upset really fast, that kind of stuff. And now it's like, if something wrong happens, I try to take it more lightly and try to approach the situation differently, or try to approach scenarios different. And yeah, a lot of stuff changed. And I think also with the opportunity of being in Liquid is like, it all came through the right moment for me. And I don't know, I'm just enjoying it. I think it's you don't know when this is gonna end, because as a pro gamers, you never know when you stop playing or when you stop being good. So it's good to be in a good shape, in a good team, and in my best mental state, I will say. So
No, I absolutely agree. And I remember interviewing you on that FlyQuest roster. So it's always good to think about in that state. Want to ask you about the jungle a little bit. You mentioned Nafiri being one of your favorite champs, even though you don't have many games on it, but you put on a masterclass of the dogs today. So do you think she's going to become meta again? I know she's been played a lot more in Korea and China.
I think Nafiri is like a special pick. If you have the good scenario, it comes and it's very good. I think when enemy has a good Nafiri player, you need to be like aware of it. I don't think it's a champion that you can play if you're not like knowing damage, because it's a very like so champion. It's like Lee Sin style champ. If you don't know what you're doing, it looks really bad what you're doing. So I think you have to be aware of like the limits of the champ. But it's a very OP champ if the scenario is good. Like the W is annoying, because in fights it's like, oh, she has W, be careful. Oh, the reset on the ult is annoying, and she can blow up the target really quickly. So I don't know. I think it's like a special pick, and I know LPL and LCK play them a lot, but in here I don't know why they don't play her that much. I think it's a good pick, and I really like playing Nafiri. I used to play her when I was in CBLOL too. Well, not CBLOL. The LTA this.
LTA, yeah, I knew you were going with that. So do you think you're the best Nafiri in NA?
No, I don't know. I think I play her very well. I don't know if there is someone that plays Nafiri here. I'm not sure. I'm sure Hambak plays Nafiri. I don't think it's like a special pick that I have. Like, I'm sure people play it, but I don't know if people don't consider her good enough. But I think it's like a very good champion when it's a game 3-2, not on game 1, I think. So, yeah.
I think the only two players that I know of who played it are Blabber and Hambach. So we will see if it shows up more. Next week, you're playing Disguised. I talked to Kryra earlier, and I got his thoughts on the matchup. What is your thoughts on the game versus Disguised?
I don't know. I honestly am not sure. I think teams like these guys they play a lot of different styles on stage, so I'm not sure what to expect. Many times they just prepare a random comp and they just pull it off, like the Bane part that they pulled today. So I don't know. It's like we screen them a lot and we know what can they play, but I think for us it's like do not repeat the mistakes that happened today, and we should be fine. Like, don't disrespect the enemies, because when like we start making our mistakes, the enemy looks better than he should, and I think it's more like us making a mistake. And if we stop making the mistakes that we're doing, that are like also enemies are playing the game, right? So if you make a mistake and enemies are punishing you, then they look better too. So I think it's important that we don't keep the windows, because we know most of the times what play they're doing, and just respect it and play around it. It's more important, I think. So yeah, I will say if we play our map and we play our conditions, we should win. So I don't know. I'm just waiting to see what they have for us, because today, again, they up the Rumble support, the battle stuff. You never know what they have for us. So
I blame Fearless Draft. I had a couple more questions, but I know you've had a long day, so I want to let you go. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the fans, especially those who still use the Tuki time meme?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for everyone that's been supporting me. I know, I know this split has been good so far, so I know a lot of people are happy. But I will say we still have a lot of work to do. Playoffs are not yet, but there's still like 3 more weeks, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think
Three.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, we still have a long run, and I want to keep improving, and I want to be the best Liquid in NA if we can. So yeah, I just want to keep working as a team and not get lazy because we're winning irregular, because that always happens. So let's keep working and not be lazy with the scrims to give the fans a good chance to be happy.
All right, with that, that's all the questions I have. Jose, it's a pleasure to chat with you again, and best of luck next week in your games versus the Skies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In for hell.